All right. Hey guys, Ian here with Rig Outdoors live on the range episode today. Hope you all are doing well. Um, I know that I'm probably coming in a little early and whatnot, but uh, it's getting hot. So I wanted to make sure I went on the range, and that way I'm beating the heat up here a little bit. But as you can see, things are a little bit different than what we were using in the range. I actually made a target stand out of some scrap wood that, I made that this morning. So I know there's probably some other people online and everything, but, at least going live on YouTube, but at least I want to go ahead before it rains and just get you uh, out here with me, and I want to shoot a little bit, but just want to let you know that the range did improve a little bit. Moved it from the front yard to the back here, and got the target up a little bit. So hope everybody's doing well today, and let's get some shooting done. All right. But I'll tell you what, it's hot and humid today. Yeah, standing up pretty good for a homemade target stand. The deer flies out here, moose flies are like horrible. They're messing with me a little bit. Oh no. Oh no. It's starting to rain. Hold on, guys. Might have to get the computer in. I was kind of hoping to get out of the rain and beat the rain a little bit. Yeah, hopefully I can. If not, I'll take you in the shed and we'll chat while we're in the shed there. But yeah, I wanted to get some live on the range a little bit, get some arrows shot, and then I got some chores to do today. Oh, this one's bent. So for that. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal day today, though. Yeah, it was just a passing shower, I think. I think we'll be all right. Just like anything in life, the bow hunting, you have to practice. You have to make sure you're confident you're shooting. You have to make sure that your arrows are flying right. In life, you have to build confidence. And in order to do that, building confidence, you have to have encouragement. Set your mind to what you want to accomplish, and you can accomplish that. I didn't just shoot a bow and start hitting the bullseye. It took time and practice. You have to be confident with your equipment. And that's important. You have to be confident you're going to be able, whatever you hit is going to make the most ethical shot possible. Hitting pretty solid today. I know that Mike Humphrey is on right now, and Mike, I wasn't trying to interrupt in your live stream either. I just wanted to get some shooting in and bring you guys on the range with me for a little bit before it starts raining and thunderstorming like they're calling for. So that was off a little bit. Fine tuning everything. Whew, it's warm today. Warm, warm, warm. Really warm. I'm even surprised that I even got internet out here, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that either. Get off me, you little booger. Go on. Yeah, dancing around with a little bug. I did that on purpose because I didn't want to split any arrows like I almost just did. So I went to the left, right a little bit on purpose. Let's see how this works. All right. Let's pull those out and I'll be back with you. do another set of arrows, and then I will relax and talk with you guys a little bit. Might come on later if I can, if it's still nice out. Um, like I said, I just wanted to jump on live on the range, just simply because I wanted to be able to get out here on the range before it got too hot and too wet. So I'll go over the equipment a little bit after I'm done shooting my group, and that way people have a understanding of what I'm shooting and what years my equipment is and everything. And we'll just go over my equipment a little bit of what I'm shooting here in a little bit after I'm done. Now, one of the things you want to practice too when you're shooting your bow is you want to make sure that you're holding it instead of just pulling back and releasing like I've been doing. I'm trying to make sure that I get back in that mentality as a bow hunter. You want to make sure there's sometimes you're going to be at full draw for a few, and you want to make sure you practice holding that draw for a little bit. Not a long time, but a little bit. That's what I try to do, is practice that, because you're just not going to draw and release on a deer that's coming underneath your stand or in front of your blind. Doggone deer flies. They're a nuisance. Hey, be ready today. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's kind of warm. Hoping everybody can hear me all right. I'm using a different setup today, but yeah, I'm glad. Glad you're doing great. I'm glad you joined me on the range today. Thank you. I didn't even know I was going to get internet access out on the range, because we're kind of far out from where the router's at, and I didn't know we were going to get it. So I'm glad it's coming through okay. Hitting pretty solid today. Everybody's starting to work in a little bit. Glad people are starting to join in. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, there's more coming in. Thank goodness for that too. Hey, Tom Kelly. What's up, buddy? Hey, Tom, I'm going to give you something. Awesome, buddy. Have you gotten any fishing done? I haven't got any much done because we've been getting thunderstorms and stuff lately. Hey, be ready. I'm going to also give you moderator status too. All right. I'm glad you guys are joining me. Figured before it started thunderstorming and raining, like I was telling people earlier, I wanted to get out in the range and show you my new range. We cleared this all out back here in the back 40, and I made an archery target. Well, not the target itself, but I made an archery target stand, and it's working out pretty good. All right, here we go. Hitting pretty solid, as you can tell. Be ready for deer season. Getting there. I think this is going to be like 30 something arrows that I put through this target today. I don't know if you guys can hear that wallet, but it's hitting pretty hard. Phew. It was raining just a minute ago. I thought I was going to have to take the computer into the shed. Oh, sweat's getting in my eyes too. That's not helping either. Reminds me of my days hunting in North Carolina when it was humid. Super humid. Yep. The wife's a blowing. That sounded wrong, but it's my text thing is a railroad, and she's texting me and stuff, and it sounds like a railroad every time I hear from her. Oh. So I came on a celebration today. Today I've dropped pound number 18. As some of you know, that I've been working on trying to lose weight, and today marks pound 18. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Ooh. Hitting pretty solid over there. These horse flies, deer flies, whatever you want to call them, moose flies is what they call them up here. They're being a pain in the neck. Yeah, I think I just almost split an arrow there. Yeah, I got to be careful. Getting too close. The wife ain't, like I said before, the wife is not going to be happy if I start splitting arrows. They're a little expensive. Dang. I'm literally piling them in there, and it's getting close. I can't even fit a piece of paper in between them. Phew. This is going to be interesting. Uh-huh. This is gonna be tight. Let's see. Oh, glad I missed that one. All right. I think I'm gonna go. I'll be right back, guys. All right. I am back. So we'll sit down and relax for a little bit. And have that. Sorry for seeing my in advance. Ooh. All right, let's spend some time together a little bit. Hey, V's ready. That's great. I know it's around lunchtime and everything. So go take care of what you need to take care of. Glad you came back, came by. Thank you for the encouragement there. So, Tom, are you back at work yet? Yeah. Thank you, bud. Thanks, Tom. Um, glad to have the people that came in, anyways. So, the equipment that I'm using is a Bass Pro Shop brand bow that I bought. I got given to me. My father-in-law bought it. Sorry, trying to get the sweat out of my eyes. My father-in-law bought it for me back in 2000. I think it's a 16, or it might be a 15, one of the two. But it's not very old, but it still gets the job done. And my arrows that I use vary. I usually try to pick up uh, an off brand just to see how they do, but I hunt with Carbon Express. I hunt with a either 125 grain broadhead or 100 grain broadhead, and they seem to be pretty effective. Um, but one of the things that I've been trying to do is lose some weight, and oh, gotta check my wife's thing. It's not my wife this time. Um, and one of the things I've been trying to do is get in shape, because here's the deal about that is to be able to hunt some of the country that I hunt in up here. I really was feeling inadequate and really feeling like out of breath and everything when I went hunting. And to be honest with you have to get to a point where you get sick of being heavy, you get sick and tired of it affecting your health and the things you can do. When you push up toward 400 pounds, it really limits what you can do. Now, look, I'm not picking on people that are up that to that size or anything. I'm just saying for me. For me, I felt like it was getting in the way of me shooting my bow. I felt like it was getting in the way of me being able to go out and have fun with my kids. And I just felt like it was getting in the way. So, with that said, I wanted to make uh, it perfectly clear that I'm not in no way condemning people because they're overweight. But for me, I got tired of being overweight. Also, I'm a severe diabetic, and I wanted to start getting my diabetes under control. I was running anywhere from 330 to 400 in my sugars, And the whole thing is with that in mind, you know, when you're starting to run that high, it gets really, really difficult to even function. So now I'm pleased to say that I'm down 18 pounds. My blood sugar's gone lower, and I'm able to tackle the day a lot better. Um, Getting in shape also is important for bow hunting too, because there's tree stands out there that they don't go as high as 400 pounds. There's some out there that do. There's climbers and stuff that do. But to be honest with you, when you're overweight and you're trying to climb a tree, and I just talk from experience, my thing is, it's not easy at all, because it really is exhausting. So, I mean, I had a tree climber. I left it in West Virginia, and because I was in a hurry and I forgot it, and it was gone by the time my mom went and got my tree stand. But one day I'll get it again, and I'll be able to get into the trees again. But I think this time I want to do ladder stand, which once I get down to a certain poundage, I'll be able to do fairly easily. I won't feel like I'm a stuffed marshmallow up in a tree, Yeah, people can laugh at that, but that's what I felt like. I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. And the be in shape as a hunter is a very important thing. You know, Practicing with your bow, getting your arm strength. That's one thing that I really have maintained, even as I've been overweight. I have been able to consistently pull back 70 pounds without an issue. So now, to be honest with you, now that I'm thinner and everything than I was, um, my belly's not getting in the way of me shooting. Is my accuracy's getting better. It's just so much better. Um, and I'm just glad that I'm able to start feeling better. I mean, like today, it is very humid. It's extremely humid. Today's not a very it's not a very easy day to be out and doing what I'm doing today. But I needed to get out there and keep my muscles, going. And also with archery, it burns calories too. A lot of people don't realize that. You know, Builds muscle, burns calories. As you're shooting and stuff. Um, but one of the things, like I said, I wanted to come out also to show you the bow range. I mean, it looks great. We didn't clear it out for that. We just cleared it. We had a bunch of stuff laying around, and we cleared out the lot, and it looks awesome here at the church. So I'm really glad about that. Um, so with all that said, I mean, you can definitely, when you set your mind to stuff, you can definitely accomplish it. And I just want to be an encouragement to you about that. And just I want to sit down and talk to you about it. As far as bow goes, whatever equipment you have, some people like Hoyt, some people like Bowtech, some people like Mission bows, Matthew bows. The thing is, you got to be comfortable with the equipment that you have. And that's all. I've always maintained that, whether it's Bear or Matthews or what I shoot a Diamond archery product. Mine's like I think a Diamond Blackout is what it's equal to, but it's actually a Bass Pro Toxic. So, and it's a single cam system. I know a lot of guys like the dual cam. I'm not necessarily big on the dual cams. I know a lot of guys like Hoyt as well. Hey, that's your preference. I'm glad for you. But I still like the equipment that I've got that has lasted for as long as it has. It's a testament to that, because it's gone through some abuse. It's gone through a lot of moves and everything too. And even with the moves that we've gone through, I only had to adjust the sight just a little bit, and I was right back on again. So not a bad thing there. Um, Now, here's the thing about that I want to kind of hit on too while we're going on live and on the range today. Um, I'm more of a guy that loves to bow hunt, and uh, if I can't pull back my vertical bow like I have been able to as of late, and I've been really doing well with it. When I had a lot of you guys know this, some of you guys know this, some of you don't. Um, Back almost is a lot longer than 6 years ago. It's probably 7 or 8 years ago now. I was going to say hitting on 8 years ago. I had a stroke, and it was a fluke thing. I was having my gallbladder out, and they nicked a vein that they didn't see, and I did have a stroke. And I'll tell you what, it was hard because I couldn't even pull my bow back, my vertical bow back anymore. At that point, and so I went and I had a crossbow, and I was able to use a crossbow to hunt with because at that point, um, the following year after I got injured, I was I was practicing a lot with it, and then it became legal for us to use a crossbow to hunt with. And so I went ahead and purchased my Barnett Wildcat, and I had a Barnett Jackal too. I recently gave that to one of the guys in church because he really wanted the crossbow, couldn't afford it, and I had two, and so I wanted it to be a blessing, so I gave it to him. Um, and then I hung on to my Wildcat that I hunted with a lot, and then I went ahead and purchased a newer crossbow. It's the one that's featured in, well, both of them are featured in my videos. But I went ahead and purchased a new one, and it's light, it's compact, and it's much easier to handle. So, I was one of these guys that actually really rightly was like, if you have to use a crossbow, then you're not bow hunting. Well, a crossbow for those who are disabled, it helps. It helps big time. And I'll tell you what, when you're not able to pull that vertical bow back, it gives you the energy to be out there when you're not able to bow hunt in a traditional way. Um, as far as rifle hunting goes, I really didn't get into rifle hunting too much as a teenager. I mainly bow hunted for my big game. I did use a shotgun for my small game. When rifle season came along, I actually did take my shotgun with double up buck and went hunting during rifle season. And then I purchased my first rifle and went out with a few friends and everything. But it wasn't really until I became a leader in a Christian hunting organization where I actually, um, it was just before that I actually came part of a life. Sorry, guys, just tongue tied a little bit there for a minute. I became life member of North American Hunting Club. I met an old friend there, and he became quickly family. Um, I call him old buddy, and if he's ever watches these videos, you know who I'm talking about, old buddy. And I went rifle hunting really with him, and I did some on my own in Maine, but I really started rifle hunting then. But as time went on and as I got older, and I know I'm only 45 years old and I'm a young pup compared to a lot of people, but as time went on and I got older, my thing was this: is that I wanted to be more traditional in the way I hunted. I wanted to be more able to hunt um, in a more, well, again, more traditional, more and in a traditional way. So then I started muzzleloading hunting, and I got my first muzzleloader uh, shortly after we got married, and it was one of those. It was a 209 primer, but it was a spring style. Um, I don't know, spring style. You cock it back, and it's all spring loaded firing pin. And so anyway, so I then my mom bought me inline a brake action CVA. I still have it. Actually, my son actually has that. I gave him that because then I shortly after a few years I bought another one called a Buck Stalker, and then I bought my final one because it was my dream muzzle loader, because I actually picked up a walnut stock uh, Pursuit. It was a Traditions Pursuit in walnut stock, and so I bought it. It's a guy gun series. It's stainless steel, vented barrel at the end, and it's a sweet gun to shoot. It's a sweet gun to hunt with, and so then I went and started going that direction. I do have single shot rifles. I have bolt action rifle, but the thing is about it all is at the end of the day, I want to be more traditional in the way I hunt, and I fly fish. I picked up I picked up fly fishing shortly after I got married, and I do fly fish. I regular fish. I like the bass fish. I like to fish for trout, that type of thing. Um, but aside from that, the different techniques, whether you're using your bow hunting or your uh, muzzle loading hunting or your rifle hunting or whatever, you have to make sure it's all about shot placement, and you have to be confident that when you pull that trigger or you release that arrow, that you're going to hit the game that your target, and you're going to be able to take that animal in a safe, productive, ethical way. And it's all about that. Fishing is just kind of the same thing. You want to make sure when you're fishing that you keep your ethics. Don't take anything that's below the length limit, and don't take any more than you absolutely need. Um, if you need to fill your freezer with fish, by all means, do it, but be ethical about it. That's one thing that I really try to impress on our young people is be ethical in everything you do. Um, Trying to think, with archery, it's a fun sport where you can shoot it in your backyard where it's legal. I know that some say that it's not legal in their backyard, and I understand that too. Um, but you need to make sure it's legal in your area. But there's nothing like getting out your bow and shooting, and just enjoying some time in God's great outdoors. Um, One of the things that is important, and I want to do a video on at some point. I've been wanting to do that. Is it's important for uh, if you're going to hunt, it's important for you to be able to track. Um, you know, and if you can get into a good hunter safety, it's important to get into a good hunter safety. Um, if you can. Uh, you know, uh, I'm waiting for my daughter to get into hunter safety, and I'm waiting for her to be able to join me in the woods. And it will be exciting. So yeah, I mean, we were able to get that. I got the archery target up today. I was glad to be able to get that up. Uh, Glad that I'm able to be out with you guys today, and I'm just blessed to have you guys as part of our community. Um, Not a very long live stream today. Just wanted to touch base with you and talk with you for a little bit. So maybe I'll get on live later. I don't know, but I'm just glad that I was able to get out on the range while it's cool and it's not roasting hot. Um, Other than that, I'll try to get back on and try to come back out if it's not raining and try to spend some more time with you guys. If not, what I can do is spend some time with you guys at my office computer. So, but I'm just glad that I'm able to be out on a Monday. Usually Mondays I take off, not take off from the property, but just take off. So I'm not in the office a whole lot. But maybe it'll open up for me to be able to do some more live streaming on Mondays. Um, God bless you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful day.